During the First World War, two French aviators, the aristocratic Captain de Boldieu and the working-class Lieutenant Marechal, set out to investigate a blurred spot found on reconnaissance photographs. They are shot down by German flying ace and aristocrat Rittmeister von Rothenstein, and both are taken prisoner by the Imperial German Army. Upon returning, Rothenstein sends a subordinate to find out if the aviators are officers, and if so, to invite them to lunch. During the meal, Rothenstein and Boldieu discover they have mutual acquaintances, a depiction of the familiarity, if not solidarity, within the upper classes that crosses national boundaries. Boldieu and Marechal are then taken to a prisoner of war camp, where they meet a colorful group of French prisoners and stage a French-type performance just after the Germans have taken a fort in the epic Battle of Verdun. During the performance, word arrives that the French have recaptured the fort. Marechal interrupts the show and the French prisoners spontaneously burst into celebration. As a result of the disruption, Marechal is placed in solitary confinement, where he suffers badly from lack of human contact and hunger. The fort changes hands once more while he is imprisoned. Boldieu and Marechal also help their fellow prisoners to finish digging an escape tunnel. However, just before it is completed, everyone is transferred to other camps. Because of the language barrier, Marechal is unable to pass word of the tunnel to an incoming British prisoner. Boldieu and Marechal are moved from camp to camp, finally arriving in Wintersborn, a mountain fortress prison commanded by Rothenstein, who has been so badly injured in battle that he has been given a posting away from the front, much to his regret. Rothenstein tells them that Wintersborn is escape-proof. At Wintersborn, the pair are reunited with a fellow prisoner, Rosenthal, from the original prison camp. Rosenthal is a wealthy French Jew who generously shares the food parcels he receives. Boldieu comes up with an idea after carefully observing how the German guards respond to an emergency. He volunteers to distract the guards for the few minutes needed for Marechal and Rosenthal to escape. After a commotion staged by the prisoners, the guards are ordered to assemble them in the fortress courtyard. During the roll call, it is discovered that Boldieu is missing. He makes his presence known high up in the fortress, drawing the German guards away in pursuit. Marechal and Rosenthal take the opportunity to lower themselves from a window by a homemade rope and flee. Rothenstein stops the guards from firing at Boldieu and pleads with his friend to give himself up. Boldieu refuses, and Rothenstein reluctantly shoots him with his pistol, aiming for his legs but fatally hitting him in the stomach. Nursed in his final moments by a grieving Rothenstein, Boldieu laments that the whole purpose of the nobility and their usefulness to both French and German culture is being destroyed by the war. He expresses pity for von Rothenstein, who will have to find a new purpose in the post-war world. Marechal and Rosenthal journey across the German countryside, trying to reach neutral Switzerland. Rosenthal injures his foot, slowing Marechal down. They quarrel a bit and part, but then Marechal returns to help his comrade. They take refuge in the modest farmhouse of a German woman, Elsa, who lost her husband at Verdun, along with 3 brothers at battles which, with quiet irony, she describes as our greatest victories. She takes them in and does not betray them to a passing army patrol. She and Marechal fall in love, despite not speaking each other's language, but he and Rosenthal eventually leave from a sense of duty after Rosenthal recovers from his injury. Marechal declares he will come back to Elsa and her young daughter Lottie if he survives the war. A German patrol sights the 2 fugitives crossing a snow-covered valley. They fire a few rounds, but their commanding officer, hurrying to the scene, orders them to stop, saying the pair have crossed into Switzerland. Quand il me prend dans ses bras,